Welcome. I'm waiting for Chris to join. She will be here in just a minute, and I'm also getting myself situated with all of the new formats and features they have put into this wonderful software that I use. Very cool. Okay. How do I add this to TikTok? Let's see here. Let's pull up the chat. Okay. I hope everyone is having a beautiful Thursday. We are in quite a bubble of time right now, as we have been the past 7 years or so. But a lot of changes are happening. Like that 7-year pattern is starting to finally come to a close. So we can rest easy on that. Let me see here. Oh, cool. Sorry, y'all. I'm just making sure that Chris has the right invite link because I may have accidentally sent her a different one. Oh, wait, there she goes. Hi, honey. Oh, wait. There you go. Hi, honey. I forgot. Okay, I just saw too that they've also added this new feature where you can like live stream on your platforms without me having to like do anything.
How do I do that?
So like when I send you the invite link, like it'll pop up in your window when you join of like, do you want to like restream this like with your socials or whatever?
Oh.
No, it's like super cool. I'm really excited.
Okay. Next month.
Yeah.
Or the end of this month, the one that we're going to do.
Yes, for sure. Well.
Oh, are we live already? Wow.
Yeah, because it's 8. It's 8:02. So we're not that far behind, but you know.
Hey.
Hey, everyone. So this month we have a micro moon with major macro energy. And I learned this morning that I didn't know this. It's called a micro moon because it's furthest away in its orbit from us. Like it's the furthest in orbit that a full moon will get for the year. But you know what I didn't look up is if that happen if every year we have a micro moon or if this is like a weird, special thing. I need to like look that up. But anyway, how are you, my dear?
I'm doing well. I mean, just watched The Mummy.
Didn't they have to rename it because James Cameron threatened to sue them or something?
Because at first when I first saw the previews, I was like, oh, another mummy. Like, was it Brandon Fraser again?
Girl, do you remember when Brendan Fraser was like everyone was obsessed with him?
Yes. Yes. Oh my. Oh, it occurs 2 to 3 times a year, the micro moon. Mini moon.
Oh, interesting.
Hmm.
That's so cute. I love it.
And it occurs with a full moon or a new moon.
Interesting.
Hmm.
It's really fascinating to hear, like, I'm sure like everyone has heard people on TikTok and Instagram and stuff talking about how the Dogon tribe, they have like, they're in like an oral tradition, like oral history tribe,
Right.
and they have this like old story of like the like before the moon times, like when we didn't have a moon. And I find that so fascinating
Hmm.
because if you
Why?
want to like go down, just like for semantic, like just like follow down this path for a second.
Okay, let's do it.
If the moon is artificial and did not like exist previously and either was like built or like terraformed or like something happened to position it there.
Oh, yeah, we've heard those conversations.
Yes, of course, which I could talk about forever, but we're not going to get all into that
Yeah,
today. But
that's not the episode for
yeah,
that.
that's not the live tonight. But if that were to be the case, it's fascinating to me because we clearly have evolved to like require this, like it influences us so immensely, like,
Yeah.
you know,
And it's crazy how people say like the people who are like, oh, the moon is doesn't exist, and like how does it influence us so much?
right. And like maybe it was designed to, but like why?
Yeah, why?
Like what? And
Dun dun dun.
like who put it, like it's just
Dun
so
dun
it
dun.
just leads to like interesting little thought experiments, I
Dun
think.
dun dun.
Yeah. No. But yes, so what is going on astrologically? I guess we can start off.
Girl,
Mhm.
I'm already like, okay, I've been seeing
Because ooh,
my
what's that?
white Angelica from
Oh, I love White Angelica.
I know. I want
Their
my angels.
Steves is great too. They Young Living also, and we're not going to get into like who owns Young Living and DoTerra and every other like certified therapeutic grade essential oil company in the
Oh,
world.
don't tell me.
Doesn't matter. Great products,
They
like,
are.
um, but so they have another one that is specifically, I think it's called Raven. I have it like in my notes. It's specifically for men. And it and they have one for women as well. And I guess like the aromatherapy properties of it have like hormone balancing effects, which I thought was
Mm,
like so fascinating.
that is
I
cool.
just think it's so cool that they've these companies have done so well that they have done their own research, which is like wild to me. Like that's such a dream.
Right.
So,
Anyway,
well, because I'm a Cap and an Aries, I'm a double Cap and an Aries
what's your
moon
Aries in?
and moon. So,
Oh,
I'm a Capricorn sun, Capricorn rising, and Aries moon.
yeah.
And
Wow.
literally, like, all of my planets are in. I have to pull up my chart. They're like, if you look at my chart, you know how usually most people's planets are kind of scattered around, like
Yeah, yours is in like one little area.
literally all of mine are like in this like one specific area.
A little quadrant right
Yes.
there.
And when my astrologer Josie Coleman, who works
Oh, it's
at
Liliana.
Lotus Lantern Healing Arts, which they're amazing, I like highly recommend them.
Mm-hmm.
When she was doing reading for me, the first time she did a reading, she goes, I've never seen anyone with a chart like this before. And she goes, literally all of your houses are like in the like occult sector. And I was like, what? like, but also like not surprising at all, knowing me like whatsoever. It was just so funny. I thought it was interesting.
That is pretty funny. You're just not human.
I'm just a little demon baby.
Yeah.
That's why God made me so cute, because I'm just a little demon
just,
inside.
just
um, so I know for this upcoming month for May, like obviously this is like and I'm speaking specifically for Capricorns and Aries because that's like what I follow mostly. Um, this is like a huge time for like uh envisioning future goals and plans,
Mhm.
manifestation, like actionable tasks, like actionable goals, and really about cohesion. So
Mhm.
Capricorns, like, we love to heal you by hurting you. And like what I mean by that sounds terrible, but what I mean by that is like we love to, like, if we know something is an issue, we will poke
Poke, poke,
until
poke,
you're
poke.
like, okay, fine, I'll deal with the issue, like we're like and we're very direct about it, and like it drives everyone in our lives insane. For
I could see that. That could
Okay.
probably also be a soul contract. Actually, was watching a video today, and the healer was talking about how, you know, a lot of us are here to have a soul contract with our loved ones, and we're here to break their heart so that they can heal. And right, so before we incarnate into this world, we're like, okay, like whoever we're going to be with, like I'm here to break, so and so's heart. And as much, and you be in love in the beginning, and it's because of you that you kind of lit a fire to their healing and to who they're supposed to be. I was actually intrigued by that. I was like, huh. Then I started thinking about all my past, and I was like, I can see that. So it's not like that person really wanted to say, oh, here it is, I want to break your heart. It's that they kind of had a contract,
Yeah. No, total
an
100%.
agreement.
I mean, and that's how, like, like, to get into that even a little bit more in a thicker, a denser sense, like
Mm-hmm.
healing is not pleasant. Like,
No.
I literally, like, talk to anyone. Like, the most pleasant healing experiences that you're gonna have are gonna be with me or Chris. You know what I mean? Like, that's, or someone like us, right? Like,
It's not pleasant.
and even with us, like, you like it's not
It's
like
not.
it's not supposed to be fun, right? Like, you have to go through immense challenges and face everything that you don't want to face, and face things that like you don't even realize about yourself until it's brought to your attention and your awareness, and you're like, oh my god. And then you start thinking about your whole life and how it's like affected your whole life, and it's like a whole spin out situation. But it's, and that's why it's important to have a guide, somebody who you trust, and who knows what they're doing, to kind of guide you through that shadow. And that is what shadow work is, like,
Right.
it's try to make it complicated. It's not complicated. It's literally just dealing with like the asshole parts of yourself, or like the darker
From
parts.
this lifetime, for previous lifetimes, it's there.
Yeah. But it's interesting, like, that resonates so strongly with me, the whole thing. And like, I mean,
The
because
breaking up.
my family, girl, like, how strongly that resonates with me.
I know.
So it's because it works both ways, right? Like, we break their heart, they break our heart, like, and that's part of natural just growth. Like,
Right.
when you're a baby, you're in love with your parents, like you're in love with your mom and dad, like, not romantically, but you, like, that is your person, like.
Hmm.
And then you hit adolescence and you're like, I'm get away from me, like, and that's kind of like the beginning of that process. And then like you get older and things happen in different ways. But eventually they get older as well, and that dynamic flips, and
Flips.
you become the parent, and you're now
Hmm.
taking care of them and changing their diapers.
Right.
And that,
Crazy how the world works, huh?
yeah, because that in itself is going to break your heart, and it's
Yeah.
going to put you through a tremendous amount of turmoil that you
Yeah.
will grow from, you will get stronger from.
Right.
So resilience
Yeah.
is very key.
Very. Yeah. Yes. 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 It's crazy. Well,
um, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, my
no,
dear.
no, no. So how was your April? Because I feel April was just like fuck. And with this full moon, it was in Scorpio, right? It was just it's great. And also fixed signs just got was it Uranus? Uranus moved and now it's in Gemini, which is a mutable sign. So fixed signs are finally getting a break, which I am a fixed sign. Like
Yeah.
so I'm like it yeah. And plus my moon is in Cancer. I mean this was in Scorpio, but it's still a water sign. So I was just like
Cancer, well, speaking of that, the 7-year cycles I was talking about, Cancer just ended, I think it was 7. It may have actually been larger. It may have been like a 12-year cycle or something
I believe
that
that.
ended with Cancer a few weeks ago, like last month. Um, and it's fascinating to, like, in talking about um, how, we're just talking about family and stuff, like for the, like, Capricorn, like for the Cardinals, like you were saying, like this is kind of a break period for us, and now is also the end of a 7-year cycle for us as well, and like there's a huge emphasis being placed on family and
Hmm.
like relationships and love and community and home.
I can see that.
Yeah. So a lot of stability should be affected. My April was interesting. It wasn't terrible. I mean, like, good Lord, honey, the
Well,
months.
I know yours is a little interesting towards
Yes,
the
the
end.
month, like the winter was crazy for
Yeah,
me. I mean, for like literally every client, every colleague, every friend. Like it's just like it's
right.
every day. But things have calmed down a lot, and mine was honestly like really about my body and like not being a workaholic and paying attention, taking better care of myself, allowing myself to rest, actually closing my laptop at like 11 p.m. and being like, I'm done. Like I'm not taking a shower and then getting back on to check email. Like I'm done. Like I'm closing
You're
my
done.
office door. I'm done for the night,
Good for you. That's
Yeah.
good.
And like those
Those
so
boundaries.
yeah,
That's good.
that's good. But and I usually feel so guilty, but in April I have not at all. I
That's good
I've
because
been
it'll test you. It
yeah,
will test you.
I've been like,
It
no,
will test you.
you need to get your ass out of bed and go for a trail run like right now.
Do it. That's good. I feel like April was kind of like a transformation month, which kind of makes sense because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, which Pluto is all about transformation, rebirth, awakening, all of that stuff. So I'm like, because I've been feeling like there's always been this trigger of mine where it's like fear of visibility, fear of being seen, and no matter how much I work on it, I'm like, oh, it's still there, and I'm like, I still have to deep, like like work on another layer and work on another layer, and it's like I
Mhm.
felt like I was doing that the whole month of April, and I'm like, okay, so this is. I'm like, am I done, God? Am I done?
It never ends.
No, it never ends.
Like that's what Buddhism is all about, like reaching that state of nirvana. Like it's
I
eternal, like
know.
it never, that's why we keep coming on back. or we decide to. That's a different story.
I know. I
But
want to know how many lifetimes I have left. I think you said this was your last one, didn't you?
I'm tapped out. Like I've been coming here. I've had so many lifetimes on this planet and in other areas that
Right.
I just I'm starting to like I like to think of stuff like a kid. And so I'm like, I love being in the third dimension because
Right.
it's fun. Like it's fun. It's fun to be able to feel things and run and like break stuff and like, have a drink and like have sex and, like have a, be in love and, there's all these
The
amazing
3D things, right?
yeah, like the physical stuff, like it's amazing, like these things, that like higher dimensional beings and more
Right.
ethereal things like don't have no desire for at all.
Yeah. It's not on
Um,
their radar.
no, and that's fine, like that's great, but
Hmm.
I definitely do enjoy the pleasures of the physical plane for sure.
Right.
But yeah, it's starting to lose its sweetness. Like I'm hitting a point where I'm like, this is like I wake up every day. I'm like, thank God for this beautiful day. This is my beautiful home, my beautiful car. Like I love my life. I love where I am, but that's not true. I would definitely leave DC, but
Yeah, we talked about that.
yeah, but I love my life and where I am and who I love, and I just, yeah, I'm. This life was a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um,
Hmm.
well, said something about water. What were you saying about water just a few minutes ago?
Well, because Scorpio is a water sign, and my Cancer, and I'm Cancer, and I'm a water sign, and it's um, very emotional. It's been very high end, and then I think that was it.
I totally had a thought and it's just gone. It'll come back.
They just went, doop.
Yeah, it'll come back. No worries.
Yeah.
So yeah. So this month is pretty much for like a lot of the signs. This month is a huge it's like kind of a break for everyone, right?
Hmm.
Like it's very much like, you know, a big month of abundance and like career prosperity and
I
like
feel May is going to be a good month. I've
yeah,
been getting it many months ago. Like, I've been my downloads. I've been getting May, and I'm like, all right, but more for like career and a lot of abundance, like So it could be love, anything, all of that. But yeah.
May and June, I think. Yeah, for
Hmm.
sure. This upcoming, I mean, I like to do manifestations on full moons as well. But if you talk to like a traditional, like,
Oh yeah, they're
and
like it's 24/7.
they'll be like, it needs to be like a waxing gibbous moon, like it has to be like at a specific. I personally prefer full moons for manifestation, even though most people use them for like,
I
like
used to always do them on full moons, and then I was listening to this other healer, and she's like, 24/7, you're always manifesting. You don't need to do it on full moon, new moon, or any type of
that's
moon.
true too. That I totally believe that as
And I
well.
was like, no, I believe that. And I was
For
like,
me, it's just more ritual. Like it's just
yeah.
like, but yeah. I mean, I do. I've so actually, wait. I wanted to talk about this really quick. Have you ever heard of the Grabovoi codes? I hope I'm not like butchering that name. It's Russian.
No, no.
Grabovoi.
Did you text me that the other day?
I think so. Yeah. So I've been.
Hmm.
I have seen a little bit about it on social media, but I don't trust anything on social media, which I'll get into in a second. So I'm like a purist when it comes to information. Like if I want to research something, I'm not looking on the internet. I'm not looking at like a book that was written in 2010. I'm looking for like a 1300s book on this subject in Latin, and I will literally translate it line by line. Like I'm that crazy.
I
So
believe it.
I was, and but he died. Well, that's the whole story in itself. He passed on a couple years ago, so
Uh-huh.
he's like of our time,
Okay.
and he wrote his own books and stuff. So I'm trying, I'm like, how, like, are any of his books available on like Internet Archives or like, library archives or whatever? Cannot find them anywhere. The only one I could find was in Russian. A few of his students have written books and I could find those. And then, so I was just like, fuck it. And I just bought his books. Like I went to my favorite like antique, book guy, and he had a copy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was I'm sorry, I'm like rambling. My point is, I was looking through them, and all in his books, they're very specific. So like every numerical code, every numerical sequence, and you like repeat these numbers for manifestation purposes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Every single number, every code is so specific to like this type of like accounting, like accounts receiving, accounts like, like it's like, it's very, very specific. And I'm like cross-referencing them with the free stuff. And I'm like,
Okay.
these are not the correct code. Like y'all are literally giving people misinformation. Like that's not even just misinformation, just straight up false, like
False
bullshit.
info.
Like just not. It's like I don't know where you pulled this number from, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
in his books.
Right.
And it really, and then I saw this other post that I don't even know the guy, but he clearly is like an influencer on Instagram, and he's talking about seeding star seeds, and then he's like, he starts talking about how it's the process of what do men call, or what, like basically like abstaining from ejaculation, essentially.
Mm.
There's like a term for it, but I can't remember it right now.
No.
And he's like, and you'll find if you like look that up, you like, I think it's called semen retention. If you look that up, you'll find videos telling you like, oh, it's the best thing in the world for you. Like it's so healthy. It's so
I've
good.
heard of that. Actually, funny, I had an ex many, many years ago who told me, he was like, I can't do anything. I'm doing this semen retention where apparently it's good for, I'm like, okay. And he did it for like 45 days. I felt like, is this Lent or something?
Yeah, like I mean, to each their own,
Yeah.
like, but
Well, that didn't last.
yeah, I couldn't either. But my teachers, like my masters, what I was always taught is that yes, that is true for some men.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on your body makeup and just like your blueprint and like how you operate as a man. So like, and one of my masters put it so bluntly. He literally just looked at me and he said, well, afterwards, are you tired or are you energized? And I said, I'm energized. And he goes, then that would not be a good thing for you to do.
For you to do.
And he's like, it's men who get tired afterwards who they're depleted, and that's where that idea comes from of like
That makes sense.
yourself.
That makes sense.
But again, like context, like it's important to have the full picture and not just a little sliver of something, because a lot of misunderstandings can happen.
Pretty much all over the internet.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, so what should do we have anyone or I don't know. I can't see.
I don't see anyone on right now. And we don't have any comments. Um, we can do we can do a reading for different signs for the upcoming month, or we can do some channeling.
We can do some channeling.
Okay.
Mm.
Um,
Okay. Let me put my feet on the ground. I had them crossed. We already know how that works. You have to put your chapstick on before you channel.
you know my lips dry, girl.
And I put my
And I'm trying to maintain what little volume I have left in my very European lips. So
By the way, I love your beard in your TikTok video.
thank you.
I think it was this morning.
I've
The one that
gone
you did.
back. I've gone back. Honey,
On
I saw a
point.
picture of myself. I went to get a passport photo taken because
Mm-hmm.
two very, very close friends of mine are getting married in Amsterdam.
Right.
And I looked at my face and I just was like, oh my God. Like, you know how you just don't like, because I look in the mirror and I'm like, damn, you look good. You know, like I have like reverse body dysmorphia. So like I don't, but seeing it in a photo, it's
You're like,
so
who is that?
clear. Yeah, like you're like, whoa, like that is not a good angle or lighting. And it's so funny because yeah, as soon as I saw that photo, I was like, regrowing the beard immediately, like some natural,
Beards just look good.
yeah, just
Men.
God-given contouring.
That's perfect. All right, let's see. I'm all okay. What am I getting right now?
I can tell everybody right now, anyone who's like concerned about this like war nonsense, nothing is gonna fucking happen. Everything is fine. Like chill out. It's like
Oh
this is
yeah, I was never even
all
concerned.
like
My
this.
mom is super concerned. I'm like, Mom, you need to stop. Don't.
Like, and when I say that, like horrible things are
Of
happening.
course,
Like
yeah.
I'm not like saying that like that it's not
No,
real.
no,
It's
no. And a lot of bad stuff has happened,
There's
of course.
terrible stuff happening. I'm just saying, like, for people who are concerned about this making its way over here and
Mm-hmm.
impacting us,
Yeah.
that was changed.
Oh,
So we're good.
okay.
We're good.
Okay. There's a message for someone who's going to watch this at a later point for me. I'm getting. What is it? Oh, it's like a family member who's coming through. Ooh, my hands are getting sweaty right now. Do you feel it like a male? But it's for someone who's going to watch this because it's definitely not my family and it's definitely not your family. It's a Latino.
It's for Anna, a girl named Anna.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
She's been
Anna.
struggling on it. Yeah, because it's a Latino. The man is Latino, saying she's struggling a lot, I think, with the loss. I think it might be a father. Someone like very parental. And is at peace. We just wanted to pop in for her, but she's going to watch this.
He's speaking very fast in Spanish.
You should be a pro now with my
I
grandma.
don't. Well, it's funny because I don't. It's like when I do channeling and stuff, I don't speak like if I'm consciously trying to talk to someone right now, like it's like I would not. But for whatever reason, when they're talking in their language, I don't like word for word get it, but I like
Mhm.
it's so much information so quickly that I pick up on like like the main point of what they're saying.
That's
And
so
for
funny.
him, it was very much like, "Don't worry, like I'm okay, like I'm safe,
Mhm.
I'm good, I'm happy,
Right.
like, I'm not in pain, like everything is
Mhm.
fine." And
He has a
yeah,
gnarly mustache. Like like mine. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I didn't even like look to see him. That's so funny.
It's like gnarly. It's like
It's
a
like a
Burt Reynolds.
70, yeah, like a 70s, like, yeah.
It's like a
That's
Burt Reynolds.
yeah, that's the time period. That's when he was young, was in like the 80s and 70s.
It's
Yeah.
so funny when people ask me, they're like, "How do they look like?" I'm like, "Oh, they show their best selves. They don't show you
Mhm.
when they're all freaking crippled and like dying in
Yeah.
bed."
When my grandmother and great aunt come through to me, it's always them like in their 20s, which like I know, like, I've never seen, like, I've seen photos of them in their,
Right.
I've never seen them in their 20s. But yeah.
When my grandma comes to you, does she come like she comes to me as an older lady? I think because she comes to me like this is how you know me.
No, she comes to me older as well.
Right. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes my grandmother does come older. I think it's like whatever we like feel most comfortable with in that
Right.
moment or something.
That's what I feel like with her. She feels like, okay, that's how Christina knows me or knew me. And so I kind
Yeah. Um, should we talk about what happens like when you die?
of, ooh,
Do you want to talk
yeah.
about that, or is that like too much for your for your
No, that's, you want to talk about it? Ooh, like, are we talking about like the
well, I can
spirit,
just give everyone like a quick rundown
like the
about what.
spiritual, what is it? What do we call it? The spiritual gym? Or no, a spiritual,
Oh, the
um,
boot
the
camp.
boot
Yeah.
camp.
We'll
I'm
get
about this
yeah,
gym. It is a gym, right? You're kind of
it
like
is a gym,
you're
yeah.
getting
It's
buff, like
yeah.
with your
It's
spiritual.
it's a CrossFit gym.
It's a there you go. It's a
It's
CrossFit
it's
gym.
an it's an outdoor junkyard CrossFit gym. No, so and this is like, listen, everybody believe your own beliefs,
I
like that's
know. We don't
fine.
need people in the
Yeah.
comments be like, "That is not true. We don't know."
You know what? Like,
When I get those, I'm
yeah,
like, "Okay, honey, it doesn't. That's
do
fine."
whatever you want. I'm just gonna speak my truth and what I know, like as a medium and somebody who's like had a lot of experiences with crossing over to find people, talk to people, like all sorts of things. So when you pass away, so basically like our bodies are like bioelectrical conduits, right? Like
Mhm.
that's how our brains, that's how all of our cells operate, is through bioelectric currencies. Our brain is like a hydroelectric dam, basically. That's why it's all water. And when we pass away, and that's what our nervous system is too. That's how it fires the nerves, is through electrical impulses.
Mhm.
So, like, have you ever seen those weird videos in labs where they'll have like a brain with like electrodes in
I
it,
love those.
and
Yeah.
they'll shock one of the nerves, and like it'll like move.
I'm like, "Whoa, that's so
So
creepy."
weird.
That's what I'm saying. People don't understand how important the nervous system is. It's
Yeah.
like,
Oh no, it's like, and I have posts like on my Instagram, like there are like if you look at a layout of the human nervous system, which like I can't that there was I think it was called the Bodies exhibit, where it was
Mhm.
literally just like,
Oh, I went to that.
yeah, it's so
It
cool. It was
was
like,
so cool. And there was a horse in there. And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
holy
That
shit.
one was, yeah, the horse was like amazing.
It's like,
They,
whoa.
yeah, they had all these of like real human bodies, like these cross sections,
Mhm.
and they have one of the nervous system where they've removed every nerve pathway and then replaced it like where it would be on
Mhm.
the body. And it looks exactly like this I don't want to say like ceremonial dress that I can't remember. I think it's the Togo I can't remember which tribe it is, but it's a tribal nation in Africa. I believe they're sub-Saharan. Yeah, they're definitely sub-Saharan. And they wear these cool suits when they're doing their like drumming and dancing for different rituals and ceremonies. And the suits themselves, like if you see photos of these, like
Mhm.
they are identical to what the human nervous system looks like. It's like unbelievable. It's so cool.
That is
But
cool.
so, when we die, when our body, our heart, because it's a toroidal field, like we have several electromagnetic centers like in our body. And when those stop moving and they're not creating that electromagnetic field that is like fueling us essentially, our nervous system shuts down. And when that happens, that's when our body leaves our soul. And that's why in so many traditions, nothing can be like instant. Like you're not like like even in the Jewish tradition, like you need to be buried within a certain time frame, but it's not like that night. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
because there's always time given to allow the soul to leave the body, to completely like leave,
Mhm.
because our nervous system takes, I mean, I think it's still active if I remember from my med school day. It's like 20 minutes after we pass away, we still have brain activity or something.
I
So
mean,
like,
I've always heard your brain is still going even after.
yes, like it takes some time. And like so that happens. Your soul obviously goes up and it goes into what I like to call like the waiting room,
That's
where,
funny. I call it too. And it's
yeah,
apparently like 7 days or something like that, right?
where I think we get that is Beetlejuice. Because like our brain, like every one of our generation saw that movie, so like our brain immediately just like goes there. I think that's why we call it that. But
That's funny. Because a mentor is the one who told me that, who told us that.
oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean that basically is what it is. So it's like what happens is you go into this waiting room and you undergo what's called
Like
like a life
Beetlejuice.
review. Yeah. Then you undergo it's called a life review, where you're literally shown your entire life, every decision you've made, how those decisions have impacted other people, how you've impacted other people's lives, like all sorts of stuff. And it can be horrifying or it can be like amazing, and you can see the joy that you've brought people. That's why it's important for you to choose who you want to be in this life and the choices you want to make. But people who have done, if you want to look at it from like a religious standpoint, people who have committed like horrendous
Mhm.
atrocities, and things that you typically would imagine a religious God would not be forgiving of, they are offered a choice. And they're either told you can go to spiritual boot camp and
The gym.
you can
Do
learn,
CrossFit.
right, and like you're gonna go through all the healing you need to go through, and you're gonna learn and like experience everything that you've done to other people, or like what like you're gonna learn really hard lessons. And then if you complete that, then you can ascend and go on. For some people this is a couple of months, for some people it's years. Like for my father it was years. like it's a long
And you
time.
can't talk to people while they're in there.
No. So like, and every medium I have ever trained with, like am friends with, like every medium I know, all of us, like there's always a waiting period. It's usually about like 2 weeks to 2 months, like when from the time that they passed on. Some people can kind of get in there a little faster, but it depends on the person and their soul
Mhm.
contract and what they're here for and how they passed away and all sorts of stuff, because they have to process their own trauma too. Like if they were violently killed or something, like that's
Or suicide. Those are, I want to talk
yeah.
about that, like those deaths, like because their spirit is just like a ghost. They're here.
They yeah. So
The suicide one,
um suicide is
tricky one.
I don't even think we're allowed to say that word on the internet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but unaliving yourself or
Right.
whatever what kids say now. It's uh very sad, obviously, and terrible. Like I know loved ones that have taken that course of action and ended their own lives. And
Mhm.
you know, I think that I have absolutely come across wandering spirits who are like they're genuinely confused and they don't understand like what
What
is
happened?
on, where they are, what they are, like what
Hmm.
happened, like and as soon as you explain to them like
They want to go home.
yeah, like honey, you were hit by a car, like you need to like go on. Like and they'll they're out.
They're
But
out. Yeah.
usually when I have contacted people who have
Taking their
taken
life.
the path, they're very so much of that, like all of that darkness is gone. And
Hmm.
like when they come through, there's so much like, I'm so sorry. Like I never like would want to hurt you. Like I would never like, I'm so sorry for how this has affected you because
Right.
I love you. And like I think that's kind of why people always say like it's a temporary solution or it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And that's
Hmm.
kind of like there we go.
Oh, I was like, where'd you go?
So yeah, those are the kind of the messages I always receive is always
We
like
have gremlins in our stuff. Little entities.
our technology,
Yeah.
of
Because
course.
of course, no.
In our stuff specifically?
Like, right. Well, because it's like, the glitches. Because you know how they like to mess with the glitch. Every time there's glitches, I go, hmm.
No, but we are a few days out from a retrograde.
Are we on? No.
Yeah.
Wait.
Mercury goes back into retrograde.
No. I thought it was in June.
Or maybe it's a
No.
I like literally. Oh, you know what? You're right. I was reading about June. Yes, you're
Woo!
right. It is
I
in June.
was like, no.
Yeah. No, we're not a few days. We're a few weeks out from.
It's in
from
June, right?
I don't see any little
Little
gremlins of
gremlin.
mine. There's
Yeah, June and
actually
July. June and
yeah.
July.
It's in retrograde in conjunctive like
I don't
Jupiter.
think we're in any retrograde right now.
No, not right now. But I'm
No.
saying when it goes into retrograde, it's like a different type of retrograde than we've like.
Always have.
Yeah, like the last time it occurred, I think was like they said was like over 100 years ago or something like that.
Bleh. Bleh. I was thinking of. Did you ever watch that movie, Defending Your Life? It's an old movie.
With Albert Brooks? Yeah,
Yes.
totally. Yeah.
Remember that?
That's a great example of
Yes.
like, I
When
mean,
he's
like
sitting in the chair and they're like
yeah,
What
That's a
happened at 12 years old and 13 years
right.
old, sir? What happened?
That is literally like exactly like he got that. I love Albert.
Yeah, that was such
he
a
like
funny movie.
he definitely got that right. Yeah.
I love it when they're all eating. Like, you can eat as much as you can and not even get fat.
That's so funny. That movie is
I'm like,
hilarious.
oh,
For anyone who, for the young people who have not seen this
oh
movie,
my
this
gosh.
is
It's
like,
like a 90s.
yeah, it's definitely 90s
90s?
for sure. It is literally a movie that shows like what happens after you die. And Albert Brooks is this
Like
man
step by
who
step.
right who like just he falls in love, I think,
With
before he dies, or is it after he like meets her
he
on his
meets her.
yeah,
Yeah, she's
yeah.
already
So
dead.
like so as they're on their way to the waiting room or whatever, they're like in
In
a
the
shuttle.
tram.
Yeah, they're in the tram, like in a shuttle, and they like meet and he falls in love with this woman. And then they have two different outcomes. So like she does her life review and she's like, oh my God, like I've made so many people happy and I've like done so many good things. And then like he has his life review and he's like, I
Uh,
don't, I didn't have a really very good life. Like,
yeah, he was a workaholic. He was just like he didn't care about anything. I think
yeah,
how he died, he hit a bus or something because he was like getting something.
yes. Yeah, actually, yeah. I'm if that you're totally correct. I'm he drops his briefcase or something.
Something, and he looks and then he hit a bus like head
Yeah.
on. Yeah, so
Um,
funny.
but yeah, no, that movie is phenomenal. And
My
Albert,
favorite part of that movie is when they're in like their own little booth and they're like, these are your past lives. And then like I forgot what her name is. God, she was in the Death Becomes Her. What's her name? The
Meryl
woman.
Streep.
Meryl
Meryl
Streep.
Streep.
Thank you.
Yes, Meryl
Oh my
Streep.
I was like, what's her name? And she was like this big old samurai, like fat. And she starts laughing all like out of her past lives of what she was. Because like it's just like, oh, this is one past life, another lifetime. Boom, boom. I just think that's so hilarious. If we can,
It's wild the shit that you see doing past life regressions on people.
I know.
Um, an old friend of mine who unfortunately I'm not in touch with anymore. We were just like playing, we were on the phone, and she was like, do one for me like right now, and I was like, all right, like cool.
Right.
So, um, because I had just finished train. This was years and like forever ago, and I had just finished training like a new technique to do
Mm-hmm.
it,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was a little bit skeptical at first, and then I started, and I was like, holy shit, like this is really effective.
Uh-huh.
And it was crazy how detailed it was. Like in her most previous one, she was like in the early 80s, which was like right before she and I were born in the late 80s. And this was in the early 80s. She was living in an apartment in San Francisco with her boyfriend. I think it was like 82, 84, something like that. And there was a fire and she died.
In the fire.
Fire,
Ugh.
yeah. And she literally like has like a phobia of fire. Like she's like
Most people do.
yeah.
Who
And
have
like cannot like it scares the shit out of her. Like she even just like being around like a controlled fire is like very scary for her. So yeah, it's very interesting.
it's
And
very interesting.
yeah. Cause like
You did something for me. Do you remember that when I had a chest pain? Like it was in my chest bone, like between, and I'm like, it came out of nowhere. I was like watching TV. It was a couple years ago.
was that the weapon, the arrow that went? Yeah, yeah.
Or not the arrow. It was a bullet. It was in my last lifetime. I was in a
Oh
crossfire,
yeah.
like and I was an entertainer. I was a singer, and I was like, oh my god, that's so true because I love to sing. So I was walking out of the club or whatever the hell I was doing, and then boom, I got right in the middle and I got shot. And it came out of nowhere, you guys. If you're listening to this came out of nowhere. I was sitting watching TV or movie, and all of a sudden I kind of moved. And I'm like, I was like, I was just like I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, we were on the phone, weren't we?
Not when that happened. I think I called and I was like,
Oh,
you
I
go
think
away.
happen.
And
Yeah.
then for me to even, my bed is low. I have a platform bed, and I remember even bending over to like make my bed. I was like, like I had like I couldn't even breathe, and I was like, "Hon, can you check this out? What is going on with me?" And then you're like, "Oh, this is from your past life, the most recent one." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's so gross."
So I have a quick little story. Like it's it's wild how traumas from past lives can affect us now.
No, because it was
I
ready to leave, right? It was ready, like I'm out, like I'm
Yeah,
done.
right. So that mean when that happens, it means that karmic cycle has completed and like you're done. Like you
Mm-hmm.
don't that lifetime is no longer like with you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's not that it's not, I mean it's always with you,
Yeah,
but it's not, it's
not
like
affecting me.
it's closed. Like
Right.
the case is closed, everything's good, you're
I
not
was
carrying.
like, I still want to be a singer. I still want to keep
Yeah, no, exactly. Yes, like absolutely. But it's like the trauma and
the
shit.
traumas,
Like
right?
you're all good. You're not carrying anything negative from it.
Right, right.
So I was approached by a platform that was specifically for gay healers, which I was like, that's interesting and kind of cool, but also
Hmm.
could go awry very quickly. So I'm
Right.
very curious to see how this is going to work out. It was based in England, and
Was this recently?
it was based in
No,
England, but
but recently,
yeah, this was like well, I mean, at this point, it was probably like a year and a half ago or so.
okay, yeah, yeah, recent.
But so the guy, the owner is like wonderful. It's a couple. They're lovely people, and they're I don't know, I guess like director of operations or whatever, like the
Uh-huh.
guy that I was mainly in contact with, we were in touch because he was like writing up articles about me because they were featuring me as like one of their like, big people. And he told me the wildest story. And I love telling this story because it's very short and very sweet. So he is at a healing retreat with the owners that had started this platform,
Hmm.
and they're doing work on him. And all of a sudden, he has like a very vivid, like he like relived a past life, like had an
Mm.
extremely vivid, like realistic, like uh,
Experience.
moment of reincarnation, essentially, or like decarnation back to that lifetime.
Yeah,
And he,
decarnation.
yeah, so yeah, coined it, babe. Like no, but so he was a witch. He was being burned at the stake, and as a woman, like he was a woman in that
Hmm.
lifetime, and he all of a sudden like became conscious, or excuse me, became conscious on the table. Obviously, he was on the table, and got so hot that his skin was like emitting steam because of what from
Fuck.
like sweat because he was so hot.
That's giving me goosebumps from a
So,
former past
girl,
life.
that's not even the end of the story, honey.
Oh,
That's not
there's
even
more.
the end of the story, girl. This man like is like clearly like totally European background, like ancestors are from the Caucasus Mountains, like, and or like certainly from Europe, like
Right, right.
Eastern Europe for sure, but absolutely European. He literally the next day woke up and now has vitiligo all over his body, and the dark areas of which he had never had before, and
Uh-huh.
nobody in his family has. And the areas that are dark in his vitiligo are where he was feeling being burned.
Burned. That
Isn't that crazy?
is so crazy.
And he embraces it. Like and I think vitiligo can be absolutely fucking beautiful. Like I don't see anything wrong with it. Like I could say some very inappropriate things right now, but I will not. I think it can be very beautiful though. But or not, but he is the same way, and he takes a lot of pride in it. And he's like, I actually love it.
Does it still he still has it?
Yeah. And he's like, I love it because every time I look at myself in the mirror, it's a reminder of like who I am and where I come from and like what's in my DNA. And I
Hmm.
was like, that's so beautiful.
That is great.
You're
That is
able to take such a traumatic, like horrible, I mean, like in this lifetime and the other one,
right.
and then turn it into this like badge of honor. Like that's so
Like
beautiful.
I'm wearing my yeah, like I'm wearing
Yeah.
my that's
I
crazy.
love it.
Well, the witch wound healing is real. We talked about that. I mean,
Oh yeah, for sure.
so that stuff is real.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
so
also a
sorry.
lot, I think what a lot, like you and I have talked about this, what I don't see other people talking, and again goes back to like content, like I know that the algorithm wants you to make like 40-second videos. Some videos need to be longer because you need to like explain shit. Like, but like, whatever. Anyway, so like a lot of the people that talk about witch wounds, they never talk about the trauma side of it.
Oh,
Well, I mean, they do, but they don't talk about like the the trauma side of it of us. If you were a dark witch in a past life, right, the trauma that your soul goes through realizing like, oh my god, what have I done,
mhm.
like that's like not something I would ever dabble with now, like because you learned your lesson. And
I was one of them.
yeah, yeah, right. Like you, and if you like, feel free to share your story if you want. I don't know how like personal you want to get, but yeah, yeah. Chris has been dealing with this for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I was a dark witch, so I'm not afraid to talk about it. I've learned my lessons and now I'm working for God. But yes, it was very painful. It's very painful. I mean, hun, you know exactly the stuff that I went through.
Yeah,
I mean,
we worked
even
we worked through a lot. There was some really intense stuff.
if I were to even tell you guys just even a little bit of the stuff that I went through, you guys would be like, "Oh no, that's just probably some type from a movie or something." like, I always tell it's funny. I always tell Haynes, I'm like, honey, like if you were in my life, I'd probably be locked up in like 5150 somewhere.
Oh, girl, honey, I thank God every day for having the wackadoodle ass family I have that I love so much and so dearly. Because if I had any other mother, the shit that I was experiencing,
Right, we
seeing,
know.
and talking about as a child, as like a 4 and 5 year old, which was like when my gifts were identified, I would have, like any other parent would have been like, you need to see a psychiatrist. Like, this is crazy. Like, I was
Yeah,
talking.
medicate
Oh,
him.
yeah. Like, I would vividly recall past lives. I would like tell her details about like all this stuff. Like, I could see stuff, I could heal stuff, I could fix things. I remembered my own past lives actually way better than I do now, which is so funny because it's like, we always talk about how children are so pure and
You're
they're
so
so
pure, and I want to keep him that way. Yeah.
and then yeah, then you get older and you're like, it's
Huh, what
not working
happened?
as well. Like men know what I'm talking about with that. Like as you wake up one day and you're like, something
It's
isn't the way it's supposed to be. Am I okay? Like, is this like, am I sad? Like, what's going on? But yeah, like you have to work that muscle. Got to work
oh
that
yeah.
muscle.
Oh yeah. Oh, so during the, you guys, so I did a witch wound healing workshop with other fellow witches from past lives, and she worked through our wounds, and I could feel my back, like I could tell that in one of the lifetimes that I was a witch, and a dark witch, where I had bow and like arrows were just pretty much like that's how I got killed, and I just felt like my back was just
can I
Yeah,
like
go ahead. Go ahead.
can I tell? Okay, so in this particular lifetime Chris is talking about, she had actually betrayed her coven, and they
Mhm.
were coming. This is the right, yeah,
Yes.
and
This is the novella.
they were literally hunting her, and so that's she got arrows like literally
Like,
put through her, yeah, like in a couple of places, like
yeah,
around
my
here,
back.
and then and like solar plexus, yeah, and then the back, and then your sight
Oh
got
yeah, which
worse.
my side. And if you actually notice, you can probably see it. I have like one's like a lazy eye. I don't know. Right now, you can kind of see
You
one.
always say that, and I'm like, girl, you do
I
not have a
do. I
lazy
have one that's a
eye.
lazy eye, and I remember like that's the eye that I lost vision because due to my coven that I
Right,
betrayed.
right.
And in this lifetime, I have floaters on the other eye, on this eye. This is the eye that's.
Which what did Doc tell you about that? What did he say that that meant?
Oh, he said it was an evil eye. Um,
That's it. That's it.
an evil eye, and so, and he removed it, and I'm like, he's like, but he removed it, but it's still there. So,
It's interesting because the eyes, especially, like we can heal so much stuff,
hmm
literally everything. I mean, I've there are things that I will never say on camera on social media ever. Like I will like not okay. But we can pretty much heal like everything. Okay. If you know the right people.
right.
So like but you gotta know the right people because nobody's advertising that shit. They will be murdered immediately. Or excuse me, on a lot. What I don't, girl, I can't keep up with this shit. Anyway, so like the world today is too like if words are triggering you, like honey, you need to book a session with one of us. Like that's not like normal. So like when um oh my god, I totally just forgot what I was saying.
About the eyes, the vision.
Oh,
You can,
so like we can heal like everything, right? But the one thing that I literally have asked every teacher, like
like
every master I've
floaters.
had, and like all of the like the reason I have all these different teachers and masters because they all have their own specialties. So like over my lifetime, I've learned all these different mystery schools, like all their different techniques and like how they view things and their like methodologies and like all that kind of stuff. No one knows how to fix floaters.
Nope.
No one.
None of my
No
mentors.
one knows how to fix styes. Like aside from just using like a liquid vitamin C eye drop, which
That's
there's
different.
literally only one company I know of that makes it. Holographic Health, by the way. It's like $11. Best eye drops you'll ever get in your life. Anything with your eyes, it clears up in like a single application. It's crazy. Burns like hell, but it works. It works very well. But yeah, like and so floaters and styes and not glaucoma, cataracts.
Cataracts? Nothing.
Never. Every single I always ask them because my mom has like eye issues because like she, but you know, I mean, like I'm sure we've talked about this many times. My mother is like the witch of witches, but
Yeah.
she's like the witch who like doesn't know she's a witch. It's like
Well,
okay,
really? I have those powers?
yeah, it's like you've something's happened, baby. We need to remind you of who you are. That's like definitely part of my contract with her for sure. But she has a lot of eye issues, and yeah, so I always ask for her, and everyone is like, "That's one thing that we have not figured out." And I'm like,
But I think this is my floaters are from my coven, like from the betrayal.
"Oh, 100%. It's
And it's
probably
not,
just like it's probably just remnant energy that's like
yeah,
there, you know."
I know. I did, talk and it said like, oh, within, a few months it would kind of clear up, but it does take a while. So that we'll see after all
Well,
this.
well, I'll talk to you about that. I was about to explain the like.
The conversation with that
No,
person.
no, no. I was about to. I was about to like mansplain the like Western medical like explanation for floaters.
Oh,
That we it doesn't matter. We can talk about it another time. Um, it has nothing to do with any of this at all. Yeah. So stuff from your past lives, like, will
and definitely
absolutely
affect you.
like for sure.
And mine was
Uh,
going on for 3 generations, right? 3 lifetimes. We talked about that.
at least,
Hmm.
at least, yeah.
And the crazy, like the crazy twist is that I didn't really betray her. I was just trying to help,
Right.
right?
But she, not
Thought
Chris, but the other woman
which.
thought, yes, like from her perspective, because we're not all knowing, we don't know like everyone's intentions and what they're doing. She thought Chris was trying to harm her and like her family, but Chris actually was not. She was trying to save
A
her
family
and
member.
her family member. And this is why context is important, right? So getting the full story, getting all of the information, not
No
just,
assumptions.
yeah,
There was
not just what, influencers in 2026 can put into a 48-second video. What did you tell me? Because you're like the TikTok queen. What did you were like, yeah, babe, like all you have to do is just upload like 48-second videos like three
something.
times.
Is it like 40 to 50 second videos?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that's it. They won't look any more than that. Because this is stuff that I
that's
literally in the beginning I was like, and you have
crazy.
to post like 4 times a week. I'm like, yeah. But right now I'm a little hiatus because I'm doing something new, so that's why I haven't posted anything. But
My brain just doesn't like if I were to do that, I would literally film my and I'm sure this is what every person does. Like I doubt that I'm like any different, but I would literally probably have to film myself like 4 or 5 times.
that's what people do, and they
Yeah,
change your outfits, and they change
right.
your shirts, and they change.
Yeah, change environment, like whatever, and then pick the best one. And then I would have to go in and splice it and edit that up like on my computer, which
Mhm.
would literally for me, because I don't ever use technology, would take hours. Like it would
Just put it
literally.
on. You don't do it on your TikTok app,
I
like just
do, but honey, it takes me like 2 hours. Like I'll be sitting on my phone for like an hour because my fingers are huge. So for me to only get like a 2 second clip to pull out, like it's like impossible. It takes so long.
I mean, can we talk about demons in 45 seconds? Can you?
No. Like it took me a lifetime of study. I mean, and I'm still learning. So
Right.
like, no,
We're
like
still evolving, you guys. They're not.
yeah, there's
there's,
no, yeah.
there's still new demons coming up.
Oh my god, good lord, there's like so this is like a wild thing to touch on that we can like clip and like put on one of our socials later. A lot of people don't want to talk about this or they're afraid to talk about it. I'm not, so I'm
Chris
just
isn't.
yeah, like I'm just gonna like um things have changed in the world. Like if you're looking at like if you have any type of understanding or cognizance of like the spiritual warfare that's happening in the world, like it's very real. Like this is not like some like abstract concept. Like there is a spiritual war happening, and it's happening because the powers that be have developed technology to create new demonic beings.
Mm-hmm.
We are literally dealing for the first time in human history We are literally dealing with new entities and demonic beings that never existed before. So we don't know how to deal. We're having to play catch up twice, 3 times, 5 times as fast because we don't know how to deal with it. We've never met this energy before. We don't know, like, the protocols of what to do, or like, and
Shit's real.
it really puts you through the ringer. Yeah,
Yep.
shit's real. Like, it
Shit's
puts you
real.
through the ringer. And like,
Yeah.
luckily, like, the groups that Chris and I are a part of, like, like, I get, updates constantly of, like, different intuitives and psychics and mystics and stuff, like, will say, like, this is their name, like, this is what they look like, this is what they do, like, this is their energy frequency, like they'll get downloads about it, but this has never happened before. And like, that shit's crazy,
Yeah.
especially when you look at that whole, like, article of, like, Sam Altman's, like, employee or whatever. Like, he was like an executive at Chat GPT and was like, no, like, we're like literally building portals to like summon aliens or whatever. They're not summoning aliens, honey. Like, they're summoning demons. I'm not saying aliens are not demons. Like,
Those
aliens
are two different.
are like, they're not saying demons because they know that you'll believe aliens way more than you'll believe demons. So
Right. Shit's real. Even horror movies. Like, I don't know. I mean, you guys, I watched The Mummy today, but I had to do a whole little ritual before I was in the movie theater. I was like, okay, I had to do my little things and to keep it in the screen because I didn't want it jumping out. And even then, I checked myself. What did I have? I had portals on me. I had 2 portals and then 5 hidden portals, and I'm like, I had to close them all. So imagine someone who is not in tune with this stuff
just
can
allowing it all to
allowing it. It's just allowing
happen.
it, allowing it. And music, horror
And
movies.
yeah, because all that, every single, like, look, I know a lot of people in the world. I've met a lot of people in the world. Chris grew up in LA. Okay. Like, she didn't move there. She's not like from Wyoming and like moved to LA. Like,
Yeah,
Chris
yeah,
grew up.
born and
She
raised.
was
Yeah.
born and raised in LA proper. Okay. Every single celebrity, music artist, like, every person who makes it big, they will all tell you that that shit is 100% real. Like, they absolutely have, like, dark practitioners come in to like do weird shit to like the master tapes of like every album. Like, it's wild. Like, there's a reason people like us are like able to survive and maintain a
Watch
living.
movies. I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
like doing.
they're
People in
like,
the theater are like, what the fuck is
right.
she
So
doing?
like, most people, like, I mean, look at Jesus's life, right? Like, he lived in poverty. Like, like, God in the Bible, like, it talks about like living in poverty is what is it? Like, living in poverty is to be that of God's path or something. I don't remember the quotation, but there's that very strong association and like the vow that nuns and priests take and all
Right.
that stuff. And it's interesting because you, like, trying to really earn like a substantial living doing what Chris and I do, only working for the light, will fucking test you in the beginning of your career. Like,
I can vouch for that.
it will put you in positions where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I've
Like,
cried to you.
yeah,
I've
oh
been
yeah, like,
what?
this is
And you're like, I don't
working.
want to do this.
Yeah, like, I'm not, like, I like, people aren't coming to me. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, and it's designed that way. Like, it's supposed to be that way. Because
Yeah.
if it was like, oh yeah, like, could you imagine how advanced our world would be if it was like, oh yeah, like come like work for God, like we'll make you fucking rich and famous, bitch. Like we would be like an advanced civilization. Like everyone would be like telepathic and shit. Like it would be like crazy. Like, have you seen that meme that's like,
Which
if
one?
Ireland never discovered whiskey, and it's like flying cars and stuff.
That's actually a good one.
I'm half Irish, so I can say whatever I want. But and I love Irishmen. Good Lord, who doesn't?
Oh
So,
my gosh, they're pretty hot. Their accent.
oh, they're so fine,
I was
girl.
watching this movie on Netflix called The Unchosen. It's about a cult. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like a
I feel
Christian
like
cult.
I've definitely heard of it. If I haven't
It's
seen
new. It's brand new, and it's like a little series. It's and then the guy, the guy's Irish. He's like, I didn't. I was like, ooh, his little accent is so hot.
their accents are fine. So I'm half. I have like a little bit of Irish, like, but I'm like a quarter Irish, quarter German, and then like half Scottish. So I'm kind of like a little. There's like a little Celt in there as well. A little like Welsh in there as well. But my ancestors were like Germanic Druids and like Vikings and in
Oh,
this for whereas Chris's ancestors were like ancient like brujas and like very powerful, like Chris's ancestors like
which is what I'm paying now in this
yeah,
one.
like well, no
Well,
girl,
no,
just because they were brujas didn't mean they were like
no, and they're the
are.
ones who are teaching me like you need to do this and they're do that. So they're actually giving me the ins
Girl,
and
your
outs.
ancestors be teaching me, okay?
Yeah.
Like I
They're like,
don't.
you're doing it wrong. This
Yeah,
is how you do it.
my own family doesn't even.
I love how they teach you, though. I know they do teach you.
No, your family teaches me. My family comes in and goes, my family is literally Chris Jenner. Like, great job, sweetie. Like, you're doing amazing. Like, love you. Like, anything helpful? Like, no. Like, we just love you. Like, all right,
That's
cool.
funny.
Yeah,
That's so.
my
And when I'm yeah, then I get sad. I'm like, I can't do it. I'm crying. They're like, stop crying. This is how you do it. Especially my grandmother. I'm like, damn, she's getting. She's like, stop crying. You need to stop crying. Don't let them get
That's
to you.
so funny though, because that's so like the dichotomy of our like my family is so like very emotional, very empathetic.
Not
So
mine.
like girl, when I was like like and like whatever, like I've talked about this in one of my TikToks, like I'm happy to talk about it now. I have a muscular disorder in my pelvic floor, and there was a point in my life where I was quite literally very close to bedridden. Like I could not stand for more than about like 10 minutes maximum. And even
Mhm.
then I would need a cane. And I could be seated. I was not in a wheelchair. Like my doctor, I wanted to be, she would not allow me to be. And I am very appreciative of that
Right.
for other reasons. Anyway, my point is, as I was getting off all the medications I was on for that issue, because this was like before I had kind of like jumped into like it was so bad that I was like, I have to like sometimes you need to go to the fucking doctor. Okay.
Right.
Like we're not
Like me last week.
yeah, like what Chris and I do, like we can do amazing stuff. Like we can absolutely help you. We're not a replacement for a
No, I always tell people
medical
that.
doctor. Like all of us have our own lanes. What we do is complementary to whatever they're gonna do. So like, yeah, sometimes you need antibiotics. Antibiotics are not the worst fucking thing in the world. Can they cause issues? Of course they can. And Chris and I can
I
fix
removed
those.
mine today.
Literally. So it's like take the antibiotics, get rid of what you need to get rid of,
What I
and
did.
we can like clean it up,
Clean
like
up your body so your body can, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like so funny. But so I was getting off all these meds, and of course, my brain chemistry is like insane. So I'm just like, and also getting off the meds really opened up all of my gifts and like everything that I had kind of shut down.
Right. Because of the
Because at
med.
that point, you have to understand, like, I had been training since I was a kid, and then I randomly got sick all of a sudden, like out of no, it was like from one day to the next. It was crazy. And
Mhm.
after years of being in that condition, I genuinely believed like my life is just gonna be like getting on disability and like living
Mhm.
in my mom's house forever. You know, like I didn't like going back to school is not an option. You know, like I didn't think
Mhm.
anything of myself. And you know, when you're on drugs, like any drug or alcohol, like sure, like it makes you feel great in the moment. And it can definitely help to relieve stress and stuff. But if you're doing that consistently, it's also numbing you. So you're not fully emotionally
And
processing everything that you're going through in life at that time. So, like,
and it
and
disconnects you from God.
it does, yes. Or it can.
It can. I know. I was gonna say, I'm
Like,
like, there are times I'm a little
like,
buzzed and I get real.
for like,
My downloads are like,
yeah, for like 90% of people, I would say like it probably will, but like for certain people, it does not.
yeah,
Anyway, so like no matter how hard we fucking try, it does not.
yeah. That's what my friends want to be around me. So, can we ask you questions now? I'm like, yeah, go for it. I can get everything right.
Oh
You
Lord.
too, right?
Oh my gosh,
You're
honey.
like, can I
I
ask you
haven't
this?
had a drink because you know I've told you I'm on
Yeah.
my whole like I'm on my sobriety kick. I'm not drinking. I'm all into the mocktails now. So I'm doing
Mm.
like fake. I have a little fake martini right here. And it
Oh,
literally and I have olives in it and everything. It literally tastes like it actually tastes better than a martini. I mean,
what do you put in it?
it's like a fake vodka. It's like a zero proof vodka.
Oh, they're coming up with that. I saw the market the other day, zero proof wine,
It's
and I was like, what the
it's
fuck?
so fucking good.
And it tastes
Like
just like it.
I thought it would be trash. Like I was like, I'm not spending 30 because like
It was $30.
it was like $30 for like not like a regular bot. I was like, what? And the guy was like, no, dude, like try like because this is like a store that specializes in like non-alcoholic like
Oh,
alcohol. He was like, no, 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 like this is like the one that you're gonna want to get. So I got it, and it's amazing. I love it, and it's like a great way to. It's got like agave and a bunch of all of it's like natural. It's
right.
basically like tinctures essentially.
And you
Um,
put your olives in it. Are they blue cheese olives?
yes, girl, you know
Oh.
they blue cheese olives, aren't they? I don't
Mhm.
need. I mean, I love a
I
pimento.
love olives.
I fuck with every kind of olive. Goat
Me too.
cheese, pimento,
I love.
caviar stuffed. I love all olives,
But
but
in a martini, a blue cheese.
it's my fave. It's definitely my favorite brine for sure.
I love them.
But so anyway, so I'm
Oh
getting
yeah.
off all these meds. I'm like fucking in my mother's house, coming down from like a lot of controlled substances all at once. And again, this was, like over 15 years ago. And so like I'm just like crying because I'm processing all of that emotional stuff all at once. So I'm just crying, crying, crying. And I will never forget. And like even my little baby Tucker, my dog Tucker, he
Mhm.
he he since has passed. Unfortunately, he passed away during COVID. He lived a very long life. He lived to be 19 years old, and he was a big boy. So he had
You
a
probably worked on him. Did you work on him a lot?
when he was diagnosed with cancer, the vet who's super holistic. I adored her. She was great, and she loved him. And she said he's got about like 6 to 8 months. And I worked on him, and it ended up being like 2.5, 3 years. So, but he also he he came to me and let me know.
I was gonna ask you this. Have you had your pets come to you? I've had my pets come to me and visit you.
I never told you this story. Oh my god! All right,
No.
we'll go over for this one. This is
Okay. We'll
wild.
have this be like the last, like how we. Okay.
Yeah. So, well. Okay, wait. Let me finish with my grandfather. It's like one little detail.
Okay. Sorry.
Tucker,
My
because
ADD is all over the place.
Tucker's a part of this too. So
Okay.
like
Okay.
I'm like in my living, or rather my mother's living room, just like fucking bawling, like oh my god, like, I can't, like And Tucker was such a sweet, wonderful animal. He was so smart, so like very much an individual. You know what I mean? Like not a normal dog. Like he had a consciousness. It was very different. But he wasn't like lovey-dovey in that way. Like, but man, he saw me crying and upset, and he immediately like just came up. He didn't even like lie on me. He just like was next to me because he knew that like I needed to like be with him. And then all of a sudden my grandfather walks around the like portico, like into the living room, into my mom's living room, and he's just like, "It's been a while, kid." And I was like, "What?" like what the fuck?
Yeah. So that was your first time. I mean, not first time, but like
It
when you
wasn't
actually
my first time, but it was the first time in a long.
long time. That's what I meant. Your first time in a long time.
And he was just kind of like,
I've been waiting for you.
he calls me kid, and I call him pops, which is very funny because my mom is like, I don't remember him having. I don't know that he would say, and I'm like, honey, you can't remember what you ate an hour ago. Like I don't like I
Oh,
love you,
Anne.
but like honey, yeah. Oh, Anne, we love Anne.
I love Anne.
But no, she's so sweet. But so he comes in and he's just like, I'm here. Like I'm with you. Your family's with you. He like showed me all my ancestry. He was like, we've never went
He
anywhere.
left you.
Like we've always been here. Like you needed to go through this, which like that's a different story that we will do another time. Okay, on to Tucker.
Yeah.
So
Pets visiting.
yes. So when he passed away, it was like the thick of COVID when like
Mm,
DC, like everybody was like locked down and like no, everything was fucking crazy and just like inhuman.
right.
And he was coughing a little bit, and which was not, I had never heard him in 19 years. I'd never heard him cough before ever. And he came up to me. I was on the couch and he just came up to me and he put his head on my leg, on my lap,
Mm.
looked up at me, and like I'm not an animal psychic. Like I don't like Chris is an amazing animal communicator. Like that's not a gift that I have, but like he was so special to me and so close to me, and like I just knew. Like he just looked at me and was like, I'm ready. Like I don't feel good. I like don't want to be here anymore. It's like not worth it. I'm not happy anymore. And the next morning I took him out front because he had hip issues and he couldn't get down the back steps, and so there's less steps in the front. I took him out front, and he um he had a great few moments, and I sat down with him in the sun, and he died in my lap.
Right
He
then and there. The next
he
day.
he literally just he laid down and put his head in my lap, and
You passed.
passed. And it was so interesting because
Hmm.
we were, Tuck and I, Chuck was with me for 19 years. I mean, he was with me like so much of my life, like half my life at this point. And he had been with me through so much. And I really realized in that moment how many roles like he had served in my life. Like he was a brother to me. He was like a father to me. He was like, a good friend. Like he was, I mean, he was just so many things. And animals are different. When they pass on, they don't have to go through all the bullshit we have to
No,
go through because
no.
they don't do all the bullshit that we
They
do.
don't have to go to what is it?
The boot camp, yeah, they don't have to do CrossFit.
CrossFit.
So
There you go. They don't have to do CrossFit.
they're
They're so
sweet.
pure.
They're doing what God meant them to do. And he this like the moment that I came inside the house, I will never forget. I walk into the kitchen and I see him like, or rather, I feel him like coming through physically. Like I feel him like apparate, like, you know,
How long after was
like
this?
this was literally moments after he passed away.
Oh, okay, so his soul was already
Like
kind of, yeah.
I had like said my goodbyes, like finished crying. Like I mean, I was never finished crying over him. Like I love him so much. But like I said my goodbyes and I brought him inside and I put him on his bed and I think I went to the kitchen to get water or something. Probably a poor fucking drink, who knows. But
Mhm.
I mean it was like early in the day. I'm sure I like went to go get water and I could feel him like just kind of portal in like behind me and I turned around and it was him. Like I knew it was him. Like it
Yeah.
was his energy, it was his like voice, like it was everything like it was him. But he wasn't a dog. He like didn't come to me as a dog. He almost looked like a priest. Like he had um like robes on
Mm.
and was a very handsome like younger guy and I could tell like the sense around him there was something very deeply deeply spiritual about his existence. Like
Mhm.
he had clearly like this was his form in some previous lifetime
Mhm.
and yeah, he like looked at me and he was like, "Thank you so much for everything." And like, "I love you and I'm always watching you and I'm always here." And yeah, it was just like really special and unique and interesting and everyone is always like, "Oh, like when are you going to get another dog?" And I'm like, "I'm not ever because like no other dog is ever going to be Tucker and I just want
It's
Tucker."
hard. Mm.
So, he was really special. I've had other, animals I was very close with pass away, and they will come and visit, like, sometimes, but it's much, like, lighter and sweeter and, like, um, he was really something special. Tucker was he was, like, sent to my family. Like, for reasons that I don't think I'm even supposed to know.
No, they are. They're assigned to us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I've always said, like, I love animals. I always have.
I know. I love them.
If I get the next animal that I that I adopt and take care of, and it will be a situation where I'm like walking down the street, coming home from like dinner or something, and hear like a puppy whimpering in like a like it's like God is gonna put that animal in
In
my
your
path of like you cannot ignore this. Like
this is you. This is for you.
for you.
Take me. Take me.
Yes. So it's like then I'm just gonna collect like 7 basset hounds.
Is that what Tucker was? A basset hound?
No, but he was a hound dog. I love
Oh,
dogs.
hound.
He was a mix of an English pointer and a coonhound.
Oh,
We think either coonhound or pharaoh hound, but I'm pretty sure coonhound.
oh.
Um, he was so beautiful. He
Basset hounds are beautiful.
he was so handsome. Like, honey, talk about a man magnet. Anywhere I took that dog, every man in like the radius would come up to me and be like, even straight guy, like they'd be like, "That's a handsome dog," and I'm like, "I know, thank you. He's beautiful." Like, he was just so gorgeous, and like he was just special. Like he just I don't like you meet animals like that like maybe a couple of times in your life. There's just something very, very special and different about them. I
So
don't know
beautiful.
what it is, but yeah. Yeah.
That's so cute. I love it.
Have any of yours come to see you?
Yes, I've had one recent. Well, was it recently? Well, yeah, I guess so. Within the last month. I think when I was going through all of that emotional stuff, all that. Remember when I was getting like attacked, spiritually attacked, and I saw
You mean
my
this most recent time?
the most recent time, right before, all this, and it was my chow chow. Her name was Lucy
I
because
love chow chows.
oh my gosh, her name was Lucy, and reason why usually you already know why we called her Lucy because she was brownish red.
Yeah.
And so, like, me and my sister's like, what do we name her? What do we name her? I'm all Lucy.
I
And
love that.
yeah, and you guys know I love Lucy. For the people who don't know, I love Lucy. So we named her
Chris,
Lucy.
Chris stands for Lucy. Okay.
Oh yeah, you guys don't know. I fall asleep every night. Do I love Lucy? Because I don't want any nasty things in my head while I'm sleeping in my subconscious.
I do as well. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't mean
No, you're fine. No, but it's true, you guys.
I do as well, and you're totally right. It's such a great show. Like
Right, it's something innocent, and it's like my
clean.
childhood. It's clean, and
Clean.
so if you guys fall asleep to scary shit, the news, or God, what else is of it? Like reality TV. Oh my God, anything where it's just drama. Do you want
Don't
that to
let
be the last
autoplay.
thing?
Yeah. Don't let shit autoplay. If it
No.
does autoplay, put it on like Nickelodeon or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, even Nickelodeon, I feel like is a little.
well,
Put it something where you're like, I don't know. It's either, for me, it goes, I Love Lucy or Golden Girls.
oh my God, I mean, all the baguettes love Golden Girls, honey. So you already won me over with that one. I've only seen a few episodes, but I love it.
Honey, I
my
gotta say,
my BB Dimitri is like, that's a gay sin. Like
yeah,
you
I remember like every gay person has watched it. Every
but
gay guy.
I mean, it's hilarious. Like every episode I've seen, I love. I'm like, this is so funny. Like
Oh my gosh,
Blanche and all the
Blanche. She goes, huh.
She's
And I
the southern one, right? And then
she's the sexy one, right? But she's like, I did. He was a Yankee. He was a Yankee.
That's who all of my friends are always like. You're such a Blanche.
You
like,
are Blanche, and every time you talk
like,
about Yankee, I went out. What do you mean? He was a Yankee. The whole Southern Belle accent.
I will. I do say that word all the time.
I know. I've heard you.
Like,
and I always think of. And I always think of the Golden Girls of that episode with Blanche.
It's so funny. Yeah, people don't understand that word like at all. It's like the
Oh,
same thing as saying like gringo, you know what I mean?
right. Oh yeah, but I
Not
understood it
like
because of that show.
yeah,
Because I
it's
in just I don't know if you watched that episode, but it was an episode where who like Rose, I forgot which one, was dating someone that was, oh, it was Dorothy who was dating someone that was not supposed to be in her, like it was bad for her. And she's like, well, I remember when I was dating someone in high school, and she starts telling a story how she was dating, I forgot the name that she put, like, Robert. And then she's like, oh, and she's like, but I really wanted to go out with Billy. And they're like, Billy. And she's like, but I was not allowed to go out with Billy. And everyone's like, oh, and the way she's making it seem that, this is an 80s show, you guys. So, they're like saying, they're like, oh, how sad. And she's like, but I still went out to the prom with Billy because that's what I stood up for. And then was like, wow, to know that you went out to the prom with a black guy, right? They're thinking because he's black, the way that she saw black, he was a Yankee. Black, he wasn't black, he was a Yankee. And my fellow Golden Girl people, you will know exactly what episode I'm talking about. Because the way she's describing it, like, it was forbidden. It was forbidden. And then the way she's doing it was forbidden for me I was not allowed to be anywhere near him. And everyone's like, oh, all the girls were like, and to think that you went out with him because he was black. You didn't want to, and she's like, black? He wasn't black.
it's not because he was black, it's because he was a northerner.
He was a Yankee.
He was a Yank, baby.
She's like, I ain't going no black guy. She's like, he was a Yankee.
I love that. That's so funny.
I gotta send you that episode. You gotta watch it. Yeah. And every time I talk about Yankees, I always think of that episode. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So
it's true. We still say it. It's like wild. I have family members who will be like, damn Yankees, like, hold on. I'm like, whoa. But they're all old, like it's not, I've never, like, none of my like cousins, it's right. All like older people.
Yeah.
But it's just hilarious.
So funny. I know. I mean, granted, the show was in the 80s, so it was a little different, right? So
things were different. I think, obviously, like, the history of that word has like such a racial connotation with like the Civil War and stuff, but right. I think when it's used now, I don't think the intention is for it to carry those racial connotations at all. Right. I think it's literally just like a funny word that Southerners use to describe, I thought it was pretty funny, Northern people,
I mean, I don't watch the Southern Charm. I'm sure it's on there too. That reality show. I don't watch any of those reality shows, but I always think, like, I'm sure they say that too.
My cousin on that show.
Oh, there you go. Southern Charm.
She is on that show. As a disclaimer, do not flood me with like asking me anything about Katie. I have not spoken or seen Catherine Calhoun since I was like a child. So like we have no contact at all. But that's yes, funny. That is my cousin.
That's crazy.
I think she's technically like a second or third, but yes, that's my cousin.
That's so funny.
And my family's crazy, dude. Like, we're all so like our own person.
Oh my gosh.
All right, well, we are almost over 2 hours, and you and I actually have something we need to do. We need to go help a young girl that's having some issues right now. Mm-hmm. So, love to everyone.
Love you.
This is a beautiful, beautiful month of abundance and prosperity and materialization and manifestation for you. If it's not, hunker down and just chill the fuck out and like use it as a rest month until we hit June and things kind of like
the June one, I believe, is going to be the strawberry moon. I'm not mistaken. And
Yeah,
that's the love one. That's going to be the love.
strawberry. Yeah, yes. June is a big love month. The end of May, like the second half of May, is also a big love month for the cardinal signs as well. So,
We'll
yeah,
see.
that's interesting. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. All
But
right.
as always, all of our love and light and support and protection.
Yes, yes, yes. Love you guys.
Everybody for watching. Have a
Thank
wonderful one.
you.